look at that. It's teaser time for week 10 of the NFL season presented by Betfred right here on the Hammer Betting Network. Quick recap of last week, coming off a 1-1 week. No problems on Sunday. Seahawks and Bengals came through for us fairly easily. Then the Monday Night Football same game teaser. Big ol' whiff. Wasn't even close on that one with the Saints and the over, but we live to bet another day. By the way, if you want to track all the action on the show, make sure you download the Bet Stamp app. Find us there under the name. What else? Teaser time. Okay, into week 10. Gonna look to go 2-0 here. You guys know the drill. If you've been watching the little program here, my 5 favorite teaser legs. I'm gonna take the top 2, put them on an official ticket, and this week I have a same game teaser for Sunday Night Football. Let's get right into the action here. Gonna start things off with the Arizona Cardinals. Take them from +3, tease them all the way up to +9 in LA versus the Rams. And this isn't exactly a bet to support the Cardinals in any way. It's a complete and total fade of the Rams. So did you know that Rams opponents are 8-0 when teased by 6 points this season? Well, now you do know. And I get it, the Cardinals are a bit of an embarrassment, but the Rams, let's not sugarcoat it. They are a complete and total disgrace. Super Bowl hangover, it's beyond that. This is Super Bowl heroin withdrawal or something for LA here. This is just brutal. Dead last in yards per play. They can't convert on third down. The offensive line, they should be flexed out of football forever. They completely stink. Plus, I must remind you, as a road underdog under Cliff Kingsbury in the regular season, Arizona is a ridiculous 15-4-2 against the spread. So teasing the Cards up looks like a decent move here this week. Next up, I will take the Texans from +5 up to +11. This line is kind of moving down a little bit. A lot of people will probably teasing the Giants down on this one when they were at 6.5. Not me, though. Too risky. You know, strip the records, the win-loss records, and the team names out of the equation. And just look at the stats here. 29th and 31st in net yards per play. Neither can move the ball through the air. 29th and 30th in yards per pass attempt. Each offensive line is getting absolutely blasted this season. 3rd and 5th in pressure allowed. And one of these teams can be teased up to 11? Absolutely. I'll bite on that. You know, the Giants, by the way, just one win by more than 6 points so far this season. Give me the Texans up to +11. Next up, give me the Broncos. Coming off their bye. They should rebrand themselves, call themselves the Bronx. Right, in the second half of the season, all that bad press they got in the first half. Nathaniel Hackett can come out there, put his hat on backwards, get the support of some youth maybe. So I'll take the Bronx from +3 up to +9 in Tennessee versus the Titans. This is a matchup between teams ranked 4th and 27th in net yards per play. That 4th ranking for the Bronx might surprise some people, but it's all about their defense. That creates a gigantic mismatch versus this Titans offense. Dig into the numbers here. Tennessee's offense, 26 in yards per play, 29th on third down. The Denver defense, 1st and 7th in those categories. And the Broncos, they still haven't lost a game by double digits yet this season. Tennessee hasn't won a game by double digits yet this season. You know, I think Denver desperately needed that bye. I think it will help them coming in to this game, and at the very least, they can keep this one close. Next up, we are into official teaser ticket territory, and I'm going to take my heart, put it to the side, and bet with the old noggin on this one, because I'm going to go against my Miami Dolphins. That's right, I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns, tease them from +3.5 up to +9.5 in this game. You know, it's great to see the Dolphins, a big darling of the league here all of a sudden, but they're not really covering spreads or winning a lot of close games, aren't they? They haven't won a game by double digits since week 1 over the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, you take a look at the Browns. They're keeping things close in their losses. 4 of their 5 losses by 3 points or fewer. So they are keeping things close, and maybe a bit of a surprise. Cleveland's been pretty good at moving the football this season. They rank 10th in yards per play. And I think they're going to be able to move that football versus this Dolphins defense. It's like a hot knife through butter against these guys. They're getting lit up. 24th in yards allowed per play. They're struggling on third down and in the red zone. And why is nobody talking about the Jacoby Brissett revenge game factor? In this one, the Dolphins completely screwed him over and tried to ruin his career. No, that didn't happen, of course, but let's hope he's at least motivated coming into this game, right? So Browns up to +9.5. Who I will tease with. Who else? They are once again there for us on a silver platter. Take the Seattle Seahawks +3 all the way up to +9 in Germany. Beautiful Germany versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. This line is way off, and the Bucs are completely getting by on reputation, not based on what they've done so far this season. And quite frankly, the Seattle Seahawks are the better team here. We can get them up to +9, absolutely. So take a look at the numbers. Yards per play, 4th versus 25th favoring Seattle. You take a look at the defensive numbers. Yes, Tampa Bay for the season, they have the edge 6th versus 18th. But over the last 3 games, the Seattle Seahawks rank number 1 in the NFL in yards per play allowed. They're going to have a big advantage on the ground in this one. 3rd versus 32nd in yards per rush. And check this out. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the last 3 games, 30th in yards allowed per rush. So the ability to control the clock and move the football is going to be there all game long for Seattle. So official teaser ticket, pair the Browns with the Seahawks. Yeah. Okay, next up it is same game teaser time. For this one, we go to Sunday Night Football. Kind of a sexy game here. I'm going to tease the Chargers up to +13, pair that with the over, which we will take down to 39.5. So it hasn't been pretty for the Chargers this season, but they are 4-1 in their last 5 games. Meanwhile, this San Francisco team, I kind of feel as if people have a really short memory with them. They're a 4-4 team, 500. Yet everyone wants to pencil them in as a top 5 Super Bowl contender. I just don't see it. Extremely inconsistent. They played a really easy schedule, nice win in week 2 over the Seahawks, absolutely. But beating up on the Rams doesn't have the same meaning that it used to. You take a look at some of their losses this season, just god-awful. Bears and Broncos, a 14-point loss to the Falcons. The time they played a Super Bowl contender, the Kansas City Chiefs, they got their ass kicked. They lost by 21 points on their home field. So absolutely, I think that the Chargers can give them a game. LA plays up to the competition. So as for the over, 39.5 on this one, the San Francisco defense regarded as one of the best in the league, absolutely, but they have struggled in a few key areas that I think Justin Herbert can exploit. San Francisco is 21st in opponent third down conversion percentage and 26th in red zone defense. So as a result of that, I think the Chargers are going to have the ability to extend drives, get into that red zone, and score touchdowns instead of field goals. And yes, the San Francisco pass rush is scary, but did you know the Chargers have allowed a league-low 10 sacks this season? So I think Herbert's going to have a good game in this one. As for San Francisco and their new toy, Christian McCaffrey, the Chargers are dead last in yards allowed per rush attempt, also being below average on third down. So they're going to be able to extend drives as well. McCaffrey going to absolutely fill that stat sheet once again. We could be looking at a shootout in this game. I think it could be a high-scoring game. Haven't seen too many of those in prime time. But yeah, same game teaser on Sunday. Chargers with the over. So there you have it. Teaser time for Week 10. In and out of your life here in about 10 minutes time. Guys, good luck with your bets this week. Be sure to check me out with my day job, Vegas Insider. Host a little show called Chasing That Paper on YouTube, Monday through Friday at 11 Eastern. Thanks for watching. See you in week 11. And as always, keep chasing that paper. Woo!